Okay, hi. Thank you very much for coming to this doorstop. This is the final day of campaigning. Very grateful to have friends from the press here again. Miss Lim here is not with us because she is doing the party political broadcast recording. So I think there have been, through the course of the day, I think media representatives have asked me and my colleagues for sound bites and stuff like that. So why don't we just have an open Q&A, and then we will try our best to address your questions. Well, we've done our best. I think we've put our best foot forward. Focused very hard on campaigning and telling the public why this election is so important and why they have to make their vote count. It's a difficult election. I said that at the beginning, and I think it's worthwhile repeating it. It's not going to be easy for us, given the circumstances, but we've given it our best shot. Yes, Baban.
Compared to 2011 and 2015, which you contested, what's your sense now on the eve of cooling off day? Secondly, the PPS and its veteran heavyweights, Gunaratnam and Jyotihan, in the media and also doing the walkabout. What message does that send, you think?
Well, I'll deal with the second question first. Indeed, the PAP, as I mentioned in one of my early doorstops, very well-resourced party, very deep bench, and it's not surprising that they have rolled out the heavyweights to fight the campaign. It's what one ought to expect. As a political party and as an opposition political party, equally we have to do our best. You see Mr. Lau, in spite of just recovering and still, going through his recovery, he's also working the ground, helping us. So everybody is giving it their best shot. Your first question in terms of the ground field, well, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I think we've put the choice in front of voters, and like I mentioned, it's a difficult election, and we hope they make their vote count. Well, I think Mr. Lau has his way with words, and I will leave him to be free to use the words he described. But I think he used that in the context of an analogy in 2011. So I don't have anything further to add on that. I think today, okay, I will take the Q&A today. Thank you. Okay, that's something I have to be very cautious about, and I would have to urge Singaporeans to be very cautious with regard to translating the online sentiment vis-a-vis the actual reaction and response on the ground. They're two very different things. In the online world, it's a unique political ecology there. There are echo chambers, and it can give you a false sense of comfort as to what the position is on a particular issue. So as far as the Workers' Party is concerned, our focus has always been to work hard on the ground, because that's where it really matters. I think the online world is not something we ignore, but given that it is an important part of people's lives today, we can't be absent from it, obviously. So we try our best, but we never make the mistake of interpreting an online behavior and online support to actual support. It would be dangerous to do so. So what the team have done, I think for more than 6 months now, is to be very focused about what sort of election we want to run, and we've given it our best shot. Well, I think that's something that we will have a closer look at after polling day. I think it deserves a deeper study, as we do after every election. But there are a number of things that we've tried to reinforce to the public. Number one, it's going to be a difficult election. And we know we are in the COVID-19 situation doesn't make it any easier for us. But critically, in the decade that comes, you're going to have a lot of issues that will come up. For example, the shape of Singapore society will change. You're going to have many more foreign workers, many more, I beg your pardon, many more. I think the safe distancing ambassadors are giving us some advice, so let's just take their advice first. I think, Fair enough. I think no, not at all. I think you're doing your job. We appreciate it. So let us help you guys and let us try and work. And I'll answer the question again. No problem. So you want us to just spread out a little bit? Take those quite seriously, and let's be mindful of our safe distancing requirements, and I think we should do the same as well. Sorry, can you repeat that question?
What do you think the party did well for this campaign?
I got it. Yeah. So we've put out three main messages to the public. I think number one, obviously it's an election that's being fought in a COVID-19 environment. There are retrenchments that are coming on stream. And it's important that you have a credible opposition party in Parliament speaking up for workers. We did this before in the first budget that came out shortly after COVID-19 started running its course in Singapore, the Unity budget. We had a group of individuals, private hire bus drivers who had certain concerns, and the party stepped up to verbalize those concerns in Parliament. I'm sure there'll be groups of other people also who will start stepping up, and it's important we're there to represent their interests. In the longer term, within this decade, the number of elderly in our country, the senior citizen population, is going to double. And so that will change the shape of our society in many fundamental ways. We also know labor force, local labor force, resident labor force participation will peak in this decade. And that will mean the ratio between locals and foreigners in the economy may be up for review. And so it's important, as these changes are happening, you have a good team of individuals in Parliament, good team of MPs, including opposition MPs, working for good outcomes of Singapore. So that's one message we've tried to press. The second message, of course, is the NCMP scheme. And we have repeatedly shared with the public that, this scheme does not allow an opposition MP to embed himself or herself in the community. So you don't get that sort of feedback directly from your residents, and you're not you don't even, if you're an opposition MP, as you would be as an NCMP, you don't even have any place to conduct your MPS. So that's actually very important, and the public need to understand that, you're disconnected from the ground. And an opposition MP should never be like that. In fact, you should double that. It should be the other way around. You should be even more connected. So we've tried to persuade Singaporeans why the NCMP scheme is not a healthy option for Singapore. And I understand Emeritus Senior Minister Goh has mentioned it's an outrigger for Singapore's democracy. I think it's an outrigger for the PAP. I think Singaporeans will realize that when you vote elected opposition MPs into Parliament, the government is more responsive and more sensitive to the concerns of the people. So that's another message we've tried to push. And finally, of course, something which I mentioned at the beginning of this press conference, which was this doorstop, I beg your pardon, which is the fact that it's going to be a very tough election. There is a real risk of a Parliament dominated completely by elected PAP MPs. And is that a good outcome for Singapore? I would suggest it's not. And my concern in that sort of a situation is, the solidarity that is required to keep our country together will weaken in such a situation. So it's very important for the public to reflect on these things and make their vote count.
Okay, can we have a last question? I don't think we should go on like that because
I think the crowd is coming on, so maybe I'll take a last. I do apologize because it's really getting a bit unwieldy now.
After 9 days of campaigning, would you say that you have accomplished your goals? And secondly, this being the first internet election, do you think that it has actually played to your advantage as an opposition party?
Well, like I mentioned earlier, I wouldn't say that there's any advantage. I don't mean to belittle the question, but it's a curious question because we're an opposition party. We're far smaller compared to the incumbent, which is a huge party, well-resourced, well-funded, well-financed. We've done our best. We've tried to put the best slate of candidates together, and we have fought a campaign the way we wanted to fight a campaign, clean on the issues, on the facts.
The internet has allowed you to perhaps reach out to more segments of society.
Well, certainly. I mean, to that extent, I would have to agree because, but that's not just unique to this election. I think that process has actually been developing over the last 2 or 3 elections. Okay, so I think I'll take Mr. Lau's very wise advice. Maybe we should close this doorstop. I do apologize if you had additional questions. I think the safe distancing ambassadors are highlighting their concerns, so let's make their job easier and not harder. Okay? Thank you, everyone, and thank you so much for attending and coming to our doorstops over the last 8 days. No, I think we'll close the doorstop. Thank you so much.
If I come to the